The Galenis family is back in 2026. Hey there, Storyteller Squad. Welcome to another episode of my rotational gameplay series. If you missed out on the first two episodes, go ahead and check out the playlist where you can see the other families that I'm playing with in this gameplay series. So, I am really happy to be back playing with the Galenis family. If you don't know about them, don't worry about it at all. I will be going over everything about their backstory, just like I have with my other Sims. So, this is my girl, Thalia. So Thalia was the sim that I was playing the Galenis Legacy with, and I ended up not finishing that because I just wanted to go a different direction with my channel, but I still am really happy to be back here telling her story and talking about her family. So basically I will go over what happened in Thalia's generation when I was playing with her last. So basically, Thalia Galenis was born in the sun-washed hills of Tartosa, where the sea glittered and tradition ruled every household. Her family, proud and old-fashioned, arranged her engagement before she was even old enough to understand what love meant. She accepted it because that was the Galenis woman. That is what Galenis women did. On the morning of her wedding, Tartosa buzzed with celebration. Flowers lined the chapel, guests whispered blessings, and Thalia stood in her gown, heart pounding with a strange mix of hope and dread. But everything shattered when she opened the wrong door at the wrong moment. Her fiancé was there, entangled with another woman, laughing careless as if her life weren't about to be tied to his. Thalia didn't scream, she didn't cry. She simply turned, lifted her skirts, and ran. By the nightfall, she was gone from Tartosa, leaving behind her family, her reputation, and the life she was supposed to live. And then, when she got to Evergreen Harbor, nothing was like Tartosa. It was loud, industrial, and indifferent to her. Heartbreak. Thalia arrived with no money, no plan, no one to call. For weeks she drifted, numb and directionless, until hopelessness hardened into something sharper. That was where she slipped into the criminal underworld. She discovered she had a talent for it, quick hands, a strategic mind, and a heart already cracked enough that danger felt like comfort. Among thieves, smugglers, she found a strange sort of belonging, and among them she found him. He was reckless, charming, and broken in ways that mirrored her own. They married fast, partly for love, partly for survival, partly because neither of them knew how to be alone. Their life was chaotic. Married for money, because she was going to get some inheritance from some reason that I have forgotten, and I did forget the name of that guy that she did get with, because it's been like 2 years since I played with her. But if you want to go check it out about her life in the beginning of that series, then I will have it in the top right hand corner. But then one morning he didn't wake up and overdosed. The doctor said sudden finale. Thalia felt the world tilt again, but this time she wasn't alone. A week later she learned she was pregnant. And then the moment she heard the heartbeat, something inside her shifted. She couldn't raise a child into the shadows she'd been living in. So she walked away from crime, from danger, from the version of herself she had built out of pain. She picked up a paintbrush, something she hadn't touched, and found that art soothed the parts of her grief that words couldn't reach. She joined the painter career, slowly building a life that was stable, honest, and hers. And then came Gemini. Gemini, patient, steady in all the ways her past wasn't. Gemini helped her believe she deserved peace. They married without fanfare and welcomed twins, a boy and a girl, who filled their home with laughter and chaos. For the first time, Thalia felt whole. So now, Thalia is actually 68 years old, and a lot has happened since then. So basically, in between what happened at the end of her generation in that legacy, she was, of course, married to Gemini, and Gemini sadly did pass away. So Gemini and her were together for a very long time. I mean, they had the twins together, Tobias and also Gwen, which Gwen is standing right next to Thalia. So yeah, and then a little bit later, like whenever Tobias and Gwen were in their late teens, they took a trip to Tartosa just to kind of visit and see things. I mean, Thalia didn't talk to her parents, but she did want to see the surroundings again of her home hometown. So yeah, they went on a little boat trip, and then Tobias fell overboard and he got ran over by the boat, and Thalia tried to stop the boat, but it just didn't work. So then she ended up in sorrow, and so did Gwen and the whole family, because he passed away. So yeah, sadly Tobias is not with them, and he hasn't been for a long time. But things like that happen in the family, and it really does kind of shape the rest of their lives. So basically, Thalia is a retired painter. She retired a few years ago. She actually is wanting to get back into her criminal ways, which is going to be controversial for the whole family. So yeah, that's a little bit about her. Now I'm going to go over her traits and stuff, and I know that, all these introduction things are a little bit boring, but we have to do it in order to get into all the storyline stuff, because these Sims hold a lot of baggage and backstory. So, my girl Thalia Galenis, 68 years old, she has the successful lineage aspiration, and the reason why she wants to have a successful family is because she feels like, she has kids who are doing great with their lives. Like, she feels like she raised Axel really well, considering what happened in her life during that time when she gave birth to him. So she definitely feels like, patting herself on the back, like, good job, Thalia. You did good. So yeah, I think she just feels really proud of herself for it. And so that's a little bit about her aspiration. So she has the wise trait as well, which I haven't given this to my Sims before. A Sims who's experienced enough life to know what really matters. These Sims enjoy reminiscing and sharing life's wisdom, making them excellent mentors for those willing to listen. Their years of experience allow them to naturally learn new skills. So yeah, that's a bit about her with her traits. She also has creative trait and the mean trait. And the reason she has the mean trait is because now that she's an elder, she's kind of got a mean streak. And yeah, so yeah, she's slipping back into her ways, it seems like, but she still wants to have a real relationship, which is interesting. So she may actually want to get back with somebody, like, in the future. I mean, there could be some Sims that we've seen before in her life come back to her life. We will see. We will see if they're going to come into her life again. I'm not sure. But if she does end up finding somebody new, that would be really, really cool. I'd love that for her. But now a little bit about her son, Axel. So here he is. He is getting a little bit older. He's actually got more wrinkles than you'd think you would have at 35, but he doesn't really take care of his skin very well. And, I'm sure that Gwen's been talking to him about it. So basically, Axel is 35 and he has the appliance whiz aspiration, and this Sim knows their way around small kitchen appliances. So the reason he has this is because he has been a traveling food stall owner for about 17 years since he was a teenager, and that's just what he's loved to do. And yeah, he's had a couple relationships here and there throughout his life, but he never really committed to anyone, like never stayed with them. So it's just because he was really, really focused on his career of being a food stall owner. And now that he's 35, he had found somebody who he really wants to marry. So he has the cringe trait. And then he also has the adventurous trait because he's been traveling around to different worlds for his food stall antics. And then he has the vegetarian trait as well, and he would be happy to have a child. So we are going to explore that a little bit whenever he does get married to his fiance over here. Oh, and he also does have diabetes. So yeah, he has a little diabetes monitor over here. I did actually try to play Gen 2 of Galenis, but during that time, I just wasn't feeling motivated to play a legacy. I just over time kind of got into playing legacies because I wrote my own and I saw so many amazing people playing different legacy challenges that inspired me. But yeah, I'm happy to be back with this family. But this is his fiance over here, and she is going to look very familiar to you all. So this is Carrie Tuba, and she was actually the founder for my Struck by Love legacy that I did start, but I ended up having to cancel it because of a game issue. So yeah, I mean, I lost that save completely, which really sucked, but I'm happy that Axel's able to be over here being engaged to her. So she is a bit different than she was in that series because I wanted to give her a little bit of a different personality, but she is a computer whiz, so she definitely is going to be someone who is really good at working on computers and stuff. And then she has the geek trait, she has the snob trait, and the loyal trait. So basically, I don't think that Carrie's very happy with the fact that Thalia has stolen in her life. I think that that kind of makes her feel like that's not appropriate. Like, I think that Carrie, you know, her backstory is still kind of the same. Like, she was raised by a dad who really wanted, you know, her to be rich and continue the family's legacy. So, I mean, knowing that her mother-in-law was a criminal doesn't make her feel too good. Makes her feel pretty queasy, actually. So, yeah, so that's going to cause some issues with her and Axel, I feel like. I mean, Axel just kind of ignores that part of his mom's life. Like, you know, he doesn't necessarily agree with it, but he also just doesn't, like, you know, intervene with it either. So, and then we have Gwen over here, one of the twins. And Gwen, oh, she's so pretty. It's so crazy to see her older now because she was actually, I believe, a toddler or a child whenever we saw her last. So, she has the fabulously wealthy aspiration, and she wants to get as rich and successful at her career as possible. And she's an overachiever, so she does have the overachiever trait and also the creative trait and materialistic trait. So she basically wants to be very, very good at her career to the point where she's making buckets of money. And I mean, that makes sense because, I mean, she didn't really grow up around much money. I mean, Thalia was honestly like a struggling painter. Like, she didn't make a ton of money. She made like decent money, but yeah, so that's a little bit about the family, and there is some tension going on between Carrie and Thalia, with Carrie's side, basically, because, like, Carrie thinks that Thalia is just, like, really, like, villainous and bad because of what she's done in the past, but Thalia, actually, Thalia, funny enough, actually is attracted to her, so I mean, it seems like Thalia wants to be stealing her son's, like, fiance, and that's kind of wild, honestly. But Carrie doesn't like women. So Carrie is actually straight, I believe. Let me just go and check and make sure. Let's see. Yeah, she's into men, not into women. So I'm sorry, Thalia, but you're gonna have to find someone else. And also, trying to steal your son's fiance, that's really wrong, honestly. And also, I need to tell you about Gwen. I think that Gwen is actually exploring a little bit. She's not sure yet what she's into, so that's what she's doing in college, is just kind of exploring herself. And Axel, I believe I think he's actually straight, right? Yeah, he's into women. Yeah, he's straight. So, yeah, and then Thalia is actually bisexual, I am pretty sure. So, yeah, it says she's into women and men, and it does not trigger jealousy, so she doesn't get jealous if her partner has something with another person, but I believe that Axel, he does get jealous if his partner does have, he's so the opposite of his mom in that way. So, they actually live in this tiny home here in Mount Komorebi, and oh my gosh, it looks so nice. I love it, but is it big enough for the whole family? No. And I don't think that Axel was really planning on his mom moving in, but she's here. So basically Thalia, when she retired, she just couldn't keep up with the bills at her old house, and she felt really lonely when Gemini passed away. So she decided to move in with Axel, and the reason Gwen is here is because she's taking a break from college for a bit because she's been working her butt off. So they're all here together. I think I'm gonna have Thalia come over here and talk to Axel and just kind of discuss things. So I think she's gonna like try to give him like a life lesson on family and tell him how important it is that they all are here together. Oh my gosh, Why'd they glitch out? Oh no. Okay, let's just give him a family kiss then. You know what? That's fine. Go ahead and give him a nice little kiss. Just like, oh, sweetie, thank you so much for letting me stay here. Like, I think it's gonna be so nice, all of us, the family, to get along together. You know, we have been a little bit separated for a while since you've been traveling and stuff for your work, and now you're engaged, and I'm very, very happy for you and Carrie. And he's like, Mom, thank you. He's like, I'm really excited to be getting married soon. And I'm happy you're here too. I know that I've been really, really busy traveling and stuff. And I know that that's been hard on you since we lost Mom. But I care about you, Mom. And I'm happy that you're here with me. And she's like, thanks, sweetie. Like, yeah, it's been a difficult time. I miss Jim and I every single day. I think about the times that we spent together on walks and having picnics and just watching you all play when you were younger. It just makes me so sad, you know, when you left as a teen to go and own your own food stall. I was so sad you left, and now I'm just so glad that I'm back here with you. And getting to see you getting married makes me even happier. And he's like, oh, Mom. It's like, well, Mom, you knew I could do it, right? I mean, I told you I could juggle high school and also owning my own food stall too. And she's like, yeah, I knew you could do it. It's just like, as a mom, I was worried about you. And he's like, I know, Mom. It's like, well, have you got to talk to Carrie much? And Carrie's just over here, like, not enthused. She's like, ugh, I don't want to talk to her. She's giving the weird vibes. And Gwen's over here just, like, chilling. I think I want Gwen to kind of get acquainted with the house. I am probably going to have to do a little renovation. I think I'll probably put down some sleeping bags because we're not going to have enough space for everybody. Like, there is no way everybody's going to have a bed. So we're just going to get some sleeping bags. Let's see. Here, we're going to bring out the old sleeping bags. Oh my gosh. This is not going to be it. I mean, I don't think that Thalia's going to have a problem sleeping out here. But, we're going to get another sleeping bag here in a second. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe I think we'll just put one right here. You know what? I mean, maybe they're going to go camping. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe they went camping years and years ago, and maybe they're going to try to do that again. I don't know. So Axel's like, Mom, I'm sorry, but we weren't really prepared for you to come and move in. I mean, we talked about it briefly before, but we didn't make plans to, like, get you a bed and stuff. So we just set up some sleeping bags outside for you and Gwen, and I hope that's okay. I mean, we did go camping years ago when I was a kid, and I thought that that would be fun. You know, us all get to go outside and have a campfire and just chill and have roast marshmallows and have hot dogs and stuff. I mean, you're gonna be okay with that, right, Mom? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I spent a lot of time, you know, roughing it there when I was younger, so it's no problem, sweetie. And he's like, oh, good, Mom. I was worried you were gonna be upset, because I know that you've been kind of used to, you know, having a bed and stuff. She's like, no. She's like, I don't care at all. Like, it's fine. Okay. So, let's see. I am so tired of these rugs moving. That's really annoying. But I think I'm gonna have her go and make some food. So she's like, here, I'll make y'all some lunch. Like, what do you want to eat? You want some coconut rice? Or do you want some banquin? Like, what do you want? I can make some different things. I've looked up some recipes. And Axel's like, oh, Mom, you don't have to cook if you don't want to. She's like, no, I'm a guest, so I want to cook for you all. And he's like, okay, Mom, well, maybe some sticky rice would be good. And she's like, okay. She's like, I'll make that coconut rice. It's got the sticky vibe to it. He's like, okay, sounds good. He's like, I have my food stall, but it's getting renovated on. Because I honestly was having a little bit of trouble with it. The little sign was falling down. She's like, oh, that sucks. And he's like, yeah. He's like, hopefully it'll get fixed soon. I've got a guy coming to work on it. She's like, yeah, I hope so. I mean, that's your baby. Your food stall is what you worked so hard on all these years. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm hoping that, you know, he's gonna come over and work on it more. Okay, so let's just, like, have Carrie and Axel come and have a conversation, because I feel like Carrie's having some certain feelings. So let's just come outside and have a convo with her. So Carrie's like, hey babe, can we like talk outside really quick? And he's like, yeah. He's like, what's going on, babe? And she's like, well, I know you love your mom and everything, but she's been like giving me eyes, okay? Like, I don't know what her problem is, but it's like making me feel strange. And he's like, well, my mom is pretty old, like she's 68, so I think that she's just kind of, losing her mind a little bit, so just like ignore her. She's okay. And she's like, are you serious? Like, babe, she's literally giving me those like enamored eyes, and you're okay with that? Like, your excuse is that she's old. Like, I mean, she's not that out of her mind. And he's like, well, babe, like, she is into women and men, so, I mean, it's not odd. It's just like, I mean, I just kind of ignore things about her. I have for many years. Like, I mean, she just does these certain things that kind of bother me from time to time, but it's okay. Like, she's my mom. I just, try to ignore it. And she's like, well, I can't ignore it. It just makes me feel weird. Like, it makes me creeped out. I'm just like, ugh, why does this woman want to stare at me? She's so old. And I mean, I'm engaged to you. Like, she needs to back off. He's like, I know, I understand. Like, my mom's been a bit clingy for many years because she was sad that I left when I was a teenager to go and live on my own with my girlfriend at the time. But like, I try to just, brush her off a little bit, give her a hug, talk to her, text her here and there when I've been moving around, from place to place. But I get what you're saying, babe. I'm sorry. I'll try to talk to her, okay? And she's like, yeah, you better, because I don't need her flirting with me. That's gross. And he's like, I get what you are saying. Like, yeah, I don't really want her flirting with you either. I mean, we're going to get married in a couple of months, and it's going to be really strange if she does do that. But, I mean, I'm not really blaming her. You are really beautiful. And she's like, well, I would have to agree with you on that. And he's like, come here. He's like, come here. I know this is hard for all of us that my mom's moved in, and Gwen's here too. I know this is weird for us because we've been living together for so long, just us, but we've got this. Like, they're gonna be doing their own things anyway, babe, so just don't worry about it. And she's like, yeah, I'm trying not to worry about it. It's just so hard, Like, I thought we were gonna like get married and then we were gonna try to have a baby. I know that's what you want. And he's like, yeah, I do want a family. I want to continue on our family's legacy. And she's like, well, then why don't we start trying? And he's like, okay. He's like, you want to have a baby before we're even tying the knot? And she's like, yeah. She's like, I definitely do. Like, I mean, you're not getting any younger. And she's like, all right. She's like, I'm working on the food. Y'all come in and wash your hands. And she's like, are you serious? Like, is she gonna be doing that this whole entire time? And he's like, just ignore her, okay? Like, we can have our time. The food's not done yet. I don't smell it. It's gonna be really hard for these two to have any privacy with Gwen being here and also Thalia. I think, honestly, Axel's just kind of dealing with his mom being here. Like, I think he really wanted to be on his own with his fiance, but like, he loves his mom and he wants her to be happy, and he knows that she's been struggling a lot with like being alone. So like, that's why he didn't make a big deal out of her flirting or subtly like looking at Carrie like that. But like, he doesn't want his mom to like have Carrie though, and Carrie's like not interested in her whatsoever anyway. So yeah, but I think I am gonna have Thalia go and look on Cupid's Corner just to browse. I do want to actually change her background here to black because that's her color. We're gonna go open Cupid's Corner and see what we can find. Ooh, look at this cute picture of her. Girl, you took a nice selfie. Like, look at that. She put a whole background on it and everything. Like, she photoshopped it. I'm sure as a freaking, like, artist her whole life, I'm sure she literally knows how to do that kind of thing. So, we are interested in young adults, and elders. I'm sure she's not picky about that at all. And yes, she's interested in women and men. So who do we have? Ooh, Matilda. Okay, a perfectionist and neat. Okay, we're gonna say yes to that. And then we have Mila, hot-headed and foodie. Okay. Let's go ahead and check mark that and add her to our phone. No, I don't think we want to be with a plant sim. I think we're good. Steve. Okay, Steve is cute, ambitious, and self-absorbed. All right. I mean, I could see Thalia getting into some scandalous relationships. I mean, her and Inez both will probably be doing that, honestly, because you know how Cupid's Corner be. And then we're gonna go and see somebody else. Okay, we have Marie, loner and ambitious. I don't think we're gonna go for a loner. And then we have Maya, high maintenance and creative. Okay, let's add them to our phones, and we saved everybody. We're going to add Steve to the contacts, and we're going to add Matilda, and we're going to add May, and Mila. Okay, she's already in our contacts. Good. Okay, well, we are going to go ahead and try to, like, message these people and see how they're doing. So, she's unattracted to Maya. She doesn't like that she's high maintenance. Oh, that makes sense, because Thalia doesn't like people who are snobby. That makes so much sense to me. And she is very attracted to Steve. Okay. Well, maybe we could, like, go and send him a text and just, like, kind of say, hi, I met you on Cupid's Corner, you know, that type of thing. So, yeah, she's gonna, like, message him and be like, hey, I found your profile on Cupid's Corner, and I messaged you on there, and you didn't say anything. And he's probably gonna message back like, hey, sorry, I don't get on there very much. I have a busy life, but it's nice to meet you, Thalia. And she's like, yeah, it's nice to meet you too. And I'm glad that you actually messaged me back when I messaged you on your phone number. And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I just kind of don't look at my phone a lot because I get spam calls. And she's like, no, it's fine. I get it. I get spam texts all the time saying they're going to send me mail when they're not. He's like, yeah, it's really sucks. Oh, I'm glad she's, like, relating with this man, and she's going to have potentially somebody to go on a date with. Oh, I love that for her. Now she can stop flirting with Carrie. That was really weird, honestly, but it was kind of funny. So, let's see. Who else do we have? We have Matilda. She is saying that she has amazing compatibility with her, but she's neutral attraction. So I think we're just going to stick to Steve for right now. I don't think we can look for anybody else on Cupid's Corner, but I do want to go and check and see when Gwen has to go back to school, just so we'll know, because I want to make sure we're on top of that with her schoolwork, because she wants to be the best at school. Like, she has done so well with school her whole life, and I don't think she's going to stop in university. She's an overachiever. I mean, instead of going to these university activities, she's literally been staying home, putting her face in the books and just staring at the page and reading it, and, like, taking practice tests for her tests that she takes in university. Like, she's really been working hard, and she's very ambitious. So we're going to check and see what she's got to do here. So she goes to Foxbury University, and she's in the history degree, and she's got no courses done so far. She's actually, I believe, a senior in university, so she's in, like, her last term pretty much, so she has, like, 5 days left. So she has to submit a term paper for the Ages and Eons class, and in Law and Order she has to take a final exam. So maybe she could go and study a little bit. She's like, hey mom, when is dinner gonna be ready? Because honestly, I need to go work on university stuff. She's like, oh, it's gonna be ready soon, sweetie. Sorry, I was just checking on Cupid's Corner. I found somebody to talk to. And she's like, oh mom, that's good. I'm happy for you. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I've been really lonely. Y'all noticed? And she's like, yeah, mom, we all noticed. You literally were giving eyes to Carrie, and you know that's Axel's fiance. She's like, yeah. She's like, I'm sorry. Like, I just couldn't help but look at her. She's so beautiful. He's a lucky guy, for sure. I'm very, very happy that he found somebody so pretty. And she's like, yeah, mom, it's a little awkward talking to you about this, but yeah, I get what you're saying. And she's like, yeah, she's like, well, I think they're going to be very happy together, and I think they're going to make beautiful children. And do you know when they're going to plan on having kids after the wedding? And she's like, yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. I think they want to, like, you know, be finished with that part of their life first before they have a baby. And she's like, yeah, she's like, that makes sense. I mean, they seem a little more traditional than me. Yeah, Thalia, you're definitely not traditional. You're not a classy girl. You literally went and woohooed in a bush years ago. So, okay, so I think I'm gonna have Axel and Carrie go over here and woohoo together. They're just gonna go and woohoo because they were kissing, they were making out, so I think they want to do that before dinner or lunch, even late lunch. So Carrie's like, do we have time to just go and have a quick woohoo session? Like, I know that we're not married yet, but I kind of want to like keep trying to have a baby though, because like, I mean, you know, we're getting older. And he's like, yeah, he's like, babe, we can. I snuck off from my mom. She's like, okay, good. Let's go to the bedroom quick. All right, so here they go. They're going in here to have a nice woohoo session. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at his pizza underwear. I mean, that makes sense considering he runs a food stall. So I think I'm going to have her come in here and kind of intrude on them because she does that. Oh, they locked the door. They literally locked the door. Okay, well, they said Thalia is not getting in. She's like yelling outside the door. She's like, hey, food's ready. And Axel's like, okay, Mom, we'll be there in a minute. Thalia, you're being really embarrassing. Like, girl, can't you see that they're adults and they need to have their private time? Like, for real. Like, can't you give them some space? Okay, here, come in here. Let's just go ahead and like talk to Steve again. I really want her to go ahead and do that. Like, maybe when she feels like her son wants his own like freedom and stuff, like away from her, she's gonna like go and talk to him to like feel better about it because she gets really clingy. So, yeah, we're gonna go and hang out with him. She's like, you know what? Like, y'all eat this rice and I'm gonna go out with Steve, I think. And Gwen's like, okay, Mom, go have fun. No worries. Okay, well, Gwen's fine with that. Gwen's just gonna be working on her homework. So, where do we want to go with Steve? Let's see. Let's just go maybe, we have a restaurant over here and we also have a bar. Let's just go over here to the bar. You know what? They're going to get to know each other a little bit. They just kind of message back and forth. Nothing really special. We're just going to see what happens with them because honestly, it's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm really loving this rotational gameplay so far. It's been kind of crazy being back with these Sims, and I've been kind of nervous about it because, you know, they have such unique backstories, and I was just trying to make sure I had accurate notes, and, you know, it's something new on the channel that I've never done, so it is a little bit making me anxious, but I am very excited, and I'm loving playing in this save file as well. Like, it's so detailed and nice, and look at this lot. I mean, oh my gosh, like, so beautiful. And I love that, like, each of my Sims live in different worlds, so it's like a different experience as well. So let's just like go in here and get a drink. You know what? She wants to get a drink, so we're gonna do that. Okay, here is Mr. Steve, and he isn't bad looking, actually. He's an adult, and oh, she is really attracted to him. She already wants to go and die for thrills with him. Girl, let's get some drinks in you first, okay? I know that you're upset that your son needs his own independent time with his fiance, and you feel like you mostly wanted to move here so that way you could be closer with your family since they have been having their own lives and stuff. But like, girl, like, you have to understand that like they all have their own lives to live. Let's see. I think now she's kind of getting the memo that like she has to go do her own thing too. So I don't know why this door disappeared. I think I just didn't have the door that it came with. So we're just going to put a door here. I'm not going to be really picky about it because I just want to like play with her. Okay, we're going to put that door for now and I'll change it if I need to. All right, girl, come in here with Steve. We're going to go and the mixologist is not here. Okay, maybe they're on break. Well, let's come in here. Let's go in here together. And, ooh, she could get a semi-capsule. That would be really, really fun. She could collect those. So let's go and talk to Steve. She's like, hi, you're Steve, right? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you're Thalia, aren't you? And she's like, yeah, I am. It's nice to meet you in person. And you are pretty handsome. And he's like, thank you. She's like, so what do you do for work? And he's like, well, I don't know. I don't really want to disclose that information right now. Like, I don't want to be catfished. And she's like, catfished? Like, I'm not catfishing you. Like, I just want to know what you do for work. And he's like, well, I've been catfished before online, especially on Cupid's Corner, so that's why I really don't get on there very much. She's like, oh, she's like, well, I'm sorry, that sucks. He's like, nah, it's fine. It's just, you can't be too careful nowadays with all the technology and AI and stuff like that. And she's like, yeah, I get what you mean, but like, seriously, what do you do? And he's like, I'm a stay-at-home dad. I care for my kids very, very much. She's like, oh, really? She's like, well, I recently moved in with my son and his fiance, and my daughter is in from university, so I'm really, really being close-knit with them, but they kind of are pushing me away right now because they are doing their own thing. But yeah, I get you. Like, I've been a mom for so many years caring about my kids, and now I just feel like I need to focus on me a little bit, and, that's why I'm going on this little date with you. And he's like, well, that's cool. He's like, it's good to know that you have kids too. That makes me feel a little better about this. She's like, yeah, I care about my kids a lot. I love them. But to be honest, I'm kind of happy to be out doing my own thing too. I really want to get a drink. You want one? He's like, yeah. He's like, sure. Oh, look, he's flirting with her. Okay. Well, since we told him that we're a mom, he likes her better. That's really funny. Okay, let's go ahead and flirt back. Let's see, what do we want to do? Let's go ahead and do a pickup line. You know what? She's not been in a relationship for a little bit because she lost her wife recently. So I think that she's not been used to like flirting and stuff. But now she's kind of getting back into it because it's kind of like riding a bike, Once you get back on there, you can do it. Okay, we're going to exchange numbers, which they kind of already have considering she has his number. Okay. She wants to go ahead and dive for thrills with him. Should we do it? I mean, I'm not against it, but I'm also kind of worried because she's an elder and woohoo can actually kill her. So, I don't want to kill off my sim on the first episode with her. Okay. Where's Steve going? Is he leaving? Steve. You can't just flirt with a woman and then walk away and go. Like, that's kind of rude, honestly. She's hungry. Okay, girl, let's just, make us a drink. It looks like the mixologist is being lazy, so, let's just get a Thai iced milk tea. That sounds really good. Where did Steve go? Did he actually leave? Not him leaving. Are you serious? Steve, why did you go? Is he over here? I hope he is. I hope he didn't, actually full on leave her. Is he? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I'm trying to see. Steve, are you up here? Oh my gosh, there's somebody, fully naked over here. Are you for real? There's a plant sim nude. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna, ignore that. Okay, well, it looks like Steve left, and I think that's going to bother Thalia a lot. She was getting in the mood. She was ready to have these drinks with him and, get back to flirting. I think that she was, really, really lovelorn because she lost her wife, a few years back, and that's been really difficult for her, and she was ready to have romance again, but her date left her, and now she's having to make her own drink, and her kids, Axel's back home trying to have a baby before he's even wed, and Gwen is over there working her butt off with university work, so, yeah, and, Carrie, she's hoping to have a baby soon. She really, really wants to have children and continue her wealth, because Carrie came from a wealthy family, so, yeah, but I think I am going to go ahead and end this episode off here. Thank you all so much for watching. I honestly have had kind of a difficult day, so this has been really, really, really fun. I appreciate you all so much with welcoming my new series and just being so supportive of my channel, even though YouTube sucks sometimes. I appreciate you all very, very much. And if you enjoyed the video and you are enjoying this rotational gameplay, leave a like, comment down below all your thoughts about Thalia and her life, getting to see her again. Thalia is probably going to be dabbling into some criminal things here soon, so I'm really excited to see her go back into her villain arc. Let me know if you are excited for that as well. Let me know if you're excited to see Axel get to do his thing with his food stall. Are you excited to see him and Carrie get married? Are you happy Carrie's back into my gameplay? Let me know all your thoughts down below, and yeah, leave a like and subscribe if you're new to join the Storyteller Squad, because it does help the channel as well. And I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye, Storyteller Squad.